following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com. Thank you for watching WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Railer basketball. WLCN's live stream coverage is sponsored by Me Realty. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln, phone 217-735-4444, or go online to grauinc.com. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Call 888-924-3786. State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211. Dara Entwistle, Independent Health Insurance Agent advocating for you, your family, and your company. Call 217-651-8046. Heartland Bank and Trust Company, with branches on North Sangamon Street and Woodlawn Road. Unlock the power of more with More For You checking from Heartland Bank and save money on the things you're already paying for. Open your account today in branch or online at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Emo's Cafe, your family restaurant serving home-cooked meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located at 616 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, phone 217-605-0171. Emo's Cafe, Lincoln's family restaurant. Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial, your Lincoln Edward Jones financial advisor. Located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office. Member SIPC. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located at 509 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln. Call 217-735-4385. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Simply Traveled Cruise Planners. Let LCHS alum Amy Wiggers-Chen help with domestic and global travel arrangements for groups, generational travel, Disney, all things cruises, and all-inclusive travel. Simply Traveled is so much more than cruises. Call Amy at 615-961-6474 or go online to simply-traveled.com. United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Thank you for watching WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Railer basketball.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare Open Enrollment? Medicare Open Enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Dara Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Dara Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Railers and the Cyclones from Sacred Heart-Griffin. You're in the Grau Incorporated pregame show. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby. As we're connected back, I believe, here. Wi-Fi not cooperating, Scott?
Yeah. That's probably what our problem was, our first pregame intro. So bear with us. Because we always have some kind of issue somewhere.
No, it's never easy.
It's never been smooth.
Never easy. Right now, Eisenhower up 42-37 over the Lions from Lanphier High School with 37 seconds. Eisenhower stepping to the line here before the Railers and the Cyclones tip it. And Scott, familiar foe, familiar place as we're back here at the BOS Center for the opening night of the Central State 8 play. And we took on the Cyclones last year at this very time, this very game, and the Railers came out on top. A very close game as the Railers saw the Cyclones 3 times a year ago and then fell to them in the regional championship game. And nothing more than the Railers would like to have a little revenge after that game in regional.
Yeah, but it's going to be a tough one for the Railers tonight, Josh, as I'm sure you're well aware of. Drew Hayes is not playing tonight due to some concussion issues. They want to monitor him. And obviously Frank Sanders has been out since game 1 with some knee issues. And that's some size right there that we're going to miss because, we struggle rebounding. And, with those two guys out, we're going to have guys come off the bench and expect a lot out of them. And I know they're probably going to move Komnick down low to fill in for Hayes, which he played a lot of that position last year. So it's really nothing new to him. And, he's got a good basketball IQ, so he'll adjust just fine. But we got to worry about our guard play because SHG has some really good guards and some big guys down low.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a tough one.
First taste of adversity really for the Railers this season as far as injury goes. It happens all the time in whatever sport you're playing, and just so happens that it happens on the night where you face your Central State 8 opponent, the opening night. Obviously, when you talk about conference, I was just listening to the Illini pregame last night. They didn't want to go 0-1 to start the Big Ten play because it's so important to win every game in your conference, and likewise here for the Railers. You don't want to start out 0-1 in conference play, but Hayes goes down with an injury, and I think I heard on your guys on the cheap seats this morning, it's kind of like the old coach adage where next man's got to step up, and somebody else is going to have to step up tonight, and not only that next person has to step up, but the guys that have seen action so far have to step up their game a little bit more to pick up the 12 points and 5 rebounds and 4 assists that Hayes brings along. Somebody's got to pick up that slack.
Yeah, we're going to have to stay out of foul trouble because we're not real deep now, and every minute counts out there, and we're going to need our guys on the court. So got to stay out of foul trouble.
And I will say, just from a perspective of a dad watching his son play, that the back position for Carson has not been favorable for him a year ago. I remember a couple games where he would get into foul trouble just getting out-muscled and out-sized underneath, and you'd go to scrap and claw and you get a foul. And I remember Chatham Glenwood very vividly where he was struggling to stay on the court because of just the size difference underneath that you now move to a different position. But I talked with him today about being smart, and sometimes you got to give a layup away to keep yourself on the court a little bit more, and or hopefully the maturation of not only him but the rest of our guys help out with that.
Yeah, Carson was a sophomore last year. Now he's a junior and more experience and bigger, stronger, and still growing. So, we definitely need him in there. And like you said, Josh, you just got to play smart. If you have to give a layup, give it up, and just keep yourself out there.
The biggest thing is Hayes handles the ball a lot for this Railer team.
Yeah, he does.
And I think that's one thing that you're going to see tonight is the Cyclones really put a lot of pressure on the Railers. You take away one of their better ball handlers in Hayes, one of the better passers for our Railer basketball team in Hayes, and who's going to handle the ball, who's going to make that pass, who's going to make that backdoor pass that he does so well to that gets our easy baskets, and we'll find out here in just about 15 minutes probably.
Yeah, and then we're throwing another guard out there, Tungate, so that's another ball handler right there. And I'm sure Coach spoke with them. I don't know when they ruled Hayes out. I don't know if it was just a day or two ago, today, last night. I don't know, but I'm sure Coach has talked to him and got a good game plan on who needs to bring the ball up, and it'll probably be a group of guys. So we'll see how it plays out.
The Cyclones 2-2, the Railers 3-1 here, getting set for the opening night of the Central State 8 action here at the Saturday Showcase. We'll kick it back to the studios for a break. Back with more of the Ground Incorporated pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare open enrollment? Medicare open enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Darrett Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Darrett Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in Service, Parts, and Detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly, with less downtime, and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Welcome back to the BOS Center here in Springfield, Illinois. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby. You're in the Grau Incorporated pregame show as the Cyclones and the Railers both hit the court here at the BOS Center. The Railers come to the contest with a record of 3-1 on the season. Second Heart-Griffin checks in at 2-2. Eisenhower was victorious over the Lions from Lanphier High School. And the final game here at the Saturday Showcase, the Railers and the Cyclones. And Scott, as we talked about earlier, that this game was the same game a year ago, and a little bit different team for the Railers out on the court. We talked about Hayes not on the court, Sanders not on the court here tonight for the Railers. Two seniors. You talked about their size and their impact of on the court, but also that senior leadership that Hayes, obviously the most experienced player that we've got, taking a break tonight due to we think concussion protocol and all that goes into that, but there's some experience that's gone here tonight, which we'll see how the Railers go from there.
Yeah, some experience and some guidance. Usually when we're in a little bit of disarray, they look to Hayes to settle things down, and him not being out there, we're going to have some other guys step up. I think Horn really has to step up. He hasn't really been an offensive factor this year. I mean, he's done other things on defense and keeping things alive and keeping going, but we're going to need a little offensive production from him. We know he can do it. We saw it last year, and we're going to have some really good guard play. We're going to have to keep the ball out of the middle and just protect that perimeter.
Yeah, the Railers going up against a Cyclone team who has several returners from a year ago back. We remember the Lee kid who burned us in the regional. He's back for this year, just a junior. Bardwell, the point guard, is back from started maybe 3 to 4 years for this team. Has won the was a part of that state championship, I believe, team that went on. So the experience for Sacred Heart-Griffin is there. Hey, Ref, how you doing? Good. And we'll get it rolling here, and a lot of experience for the Cyclones, but also the Railers with Miller and Horn. You talk about seniors that are coming out on the floor. Gabe Smith with some returner experience. So starting out Central State play, the Railers are down a few, but yet I think still competitive, and the Railers will just have to show it here tonight. 12 minutes out on the up on the clock here at the BOS Center. Different environment too, Scott. Obviously, bigger arena style. Different for the shooting. Obviously, for both teams coming up. So we'll see how the Railers shoot it. Started to shoot it better as the week went on over at the Eaton Electrical Round Robin Tournament. The three started to fall for the Railers, and after that happened, we saw the Railer offense pick up a little bit more. Scoring 61 was our high so far this year, and that's more than normal for the Railers, but it started with that three-pointer as it started to go down.
Yeah, you're right, Josh, and struggled there first game and then started hitting some, and Coach Al tells you if you can start hitting those threes, that's going to loosen up that middle a little bit, and we're going to definitely have to shoot a high percentage three-point shot tonight.
Handle the pressure for the Railers. Ball handling as Brody Tungate will probably, we assume, steps into that starting role here tonight. The point guard, the junior point guard for the Railers, steps in under Hayes' absence here at the BOS Center. 11 minutes up on the clock. We'll send it back to the studios for a quick break. You're in the Ground Incorporated pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Center. You're in the Ground Incorporated pregame show. Josh Gomnick along with Scott Kirby. Connor Shaw bringing you the camera action here from Springfield, Illinois, as the Railers get set to take on the Cyclones from Sacred Heart Griffin. Griffin checks in with a record of 2-2 on the season, 3-1 for the Railers. You got to give a shout out to my buddy Tim Malakut over in North Carolina, checking out the Railers here tonight. Of course, we've got Railer Nation checking in from all over the place, and it's nice to hear from you guys on a Saturday night here in Central Illinois. Getting set for Railer basketball as Central State 8 action starts, Scott, and there's something about Central State 8 conference play. As Illini checked in last night and in conference play, just seems like a little bit different atmosphere. The players know that there's something to play for at the end for that conference title. It's always never the best, the ultimate goal as you go on through your season, but it's sure nice to be at the top of that conference.
Well, I mean, if you can win your conference, that means you're doing pretty darn good. And come regional time, you want that good seed. And the Railers right now are playing for that seed down in Collinsville, Josh. We know how important that is. You want to get that top seed and get in that gym and win that first game so you can stay in the big gym and not the auxiliary gym. But, it's Central State 8 play. It's just it's a different feeling, you see these guys, one or two times a year. Unfortunately, this will be the only conference game that counts towards conference record. We'll meet up with these guys again in February, but that won't count as a conference, so there's no revenge. So you want to get that first one where it counts.
Right, yeah, and then the Sacred Heart Griffin, as you guys were talking about on the cheap seats this morning, known as a football school in the past, and still are, but their basketball program has come a long ways in the last 4 years, winning a state title just a few years ago, and then they've been very, very competitive, been atop of the Central State 8 for the last 3 or 4 years. So, as you said, nice to get off to a good start here for the Railers as we get going here in Central State 8 play. That's going to wrap it up for us here on the pregame show. After a word from our sponsors, Scott and I'll be back here in Springfield to bring you the play-by-play action as the Railers take on the Cyclones. As always, a big thank you goes out to all of our sponsors. This has been the Josh Gomnick Ground Incorporated pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Railer basketball. WLCN's live stream coverage is sponsored by Me Realty. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Call 888-924-3786. State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211. Dara Entwistle, Independent Health Insurance Agent, advocating for you, your family, and your company. Call 217-651-8046. Heartland Bank and Trust Company, with branches on North Sangamon Street and Woodlawn Road. Unlock the power of more with More For You checking from Heartland Bank and save money on the things you're already paying for. Open your account today in branch or online at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Emo's Cafe, your family restaurant serving home-cooked meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. located at 616 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Phone 217-605-0171. Emo's Cafe, Lincoln's Family Restaurant. Chase Lowry, Edward Jones Financial, your Lincoln Edward Jones Financial Advisor, located at 407 Keokuk Street in
Lincoln Railer Basketball is on the air. Good evening, Railer fans, and welcome to Lincoln Railer Basketball. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCN Sports are pleased to bring you tonight's matchup from Springfield, Illinois at the BOS Center for tonight's matchup between the Lincoln Railers and the Cyclones from Sacred Heart-Griffin. Good evening, everyone. This is Scott Kirby alongside Josh Komnick, Connor Shaw on the camera, Joe Lee back at the studio, and we are all set to bring you all of tonight's action. We'd like to wish a good evening to all of our listeners and viewers that are tuning in to WLCN 96.3 FM, listening on the go on the Mixlr app, or watching our live stream video on YouTube. We hope you enjoy tonight's broadcast. The Railers come in tonight's game with an overall record of 3-1, while the Cyclones of Sacred Heart-Griffin have an overall record of 2-2. It's time to check tonight's list of the games, sponsored by Me Realty. List your home with Me Realty when it's time to sell, and if you're looking to buy, check the listings at MeRealty.com. Josh, there's probably more than three, but just give me three keys to tonight's game.
You probably know number one right off the bat is where do you fill in where Hayes left off, and what he brings to the table for the Railers, which is a lot. You know, rebounding, senior leadership, scoring, passing. Where do the Railers fill in? Who fills in for his absence here tonight? And do we have enough to stay with this Cyclones team? And then also handle the pressure. You lose a ball handler in Hayes, who usually has a matchup where he can bring the ball up against the guy that's guarding him, and we'll see who fills that void. Komnick will probably have to fill that void at the 4 spot to bring up the ball, and the guys we talked about have to step up and then shoot the ball. You know, when we were going well here in the last 3 games where we rattled off 3 wins in a row, the Railers shot the 3 well. We'll have to continue here tonight to get it going.
That's tonight's list of the game, brought to you by Me Realty. When you're ready to list your home, contact the professionals at Me Realty. We'll take a quick commercial break as we get set for starting lineup, so don't go anywhere. We'll have the start of this matchup tonight between the Railers and the Cyclones after these messages.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Welcome back to the BOS Center in Springfield, Illinois. Scott Kirby, Josh Komnick, Connor Shaw here this evening as we get set for tonight's matchup between the Lincoln Railers and the Sacred Heart-Griffin Cyclones. And now it's time for the starting lineups.
Looks like the Cyclones will be the home team on the scoreboard as they are in their white uniforms. The Railers in their, can't quite tell, cheerleaders right in front of us, so not quite sure what jerseys we've got. It looks like the green jerseys for the Railers. Starting lineups first for your Lincoln Railers. 6'3" and a senior. Number 1, Horn. Blake Horn. At one guard, 6'2" and a senior. Number 3, Smith. Gabe Smith. 6'3" and a junior. Number 5, Komnick. Carson Komnick. 5'10" and a junior guard, number 10, Tungate. Brody Tungate, and the final starter for head coach Neil Alexander, 5'10" and a senior, number 12, Miller. Brady Miller. Coach Alexander assisted by Eric Ewald, Greg Alexander, Brandon Bird Farmer, Josh J. Mac McClellan, Zach Dom, and Garrett Rademacher. Starting lineups for the Cyclones, 6'2" and a sophomore, number 2, Tariq Hurd. 5'10" and a sophomore, number 3, Miles Montgomery. 6'1" and a sophomore, number 4, Cam Brinkman. 6'4" and a junior, number 20, Zion Lee.
And a 6-foot sophomore, number 11.
And 6 foot, I think he's a sophomore. I think he's a senior. 6 foot and a senior, number 11, Jamarion Bardwell. So 3 sophomores, a junior, and a senior in the starting lineup for the Cyclones. Their head coach is Tim Allen.
That's tonight's starting lineups here at the Bank of Springfield here in Springfield, Illinois, and we are all set for tonight's tip-off, which is brought to you by Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Lincoln Railers in their traveling green, white numbers trimmed in red, and the Cyclones in their home whites with purple and black accents on the side. Gabe Smith and Roberson tip it up, and the opening tip goes down to the Cyclones.
So you've got Tungate, Smith, Miller, Horn, and Komnick on the floor for the team in green.
Cyclones work it around, get it down, kick it out to number 11, Bardwell, and we know he can shoot, and he starts the game off with a three-pointer. Game just underway, 3-0 Cyclones. Railers with the basketball. Miller with it up top. He'll go right, give it to Smith. Now look for Komnick, nothing there. Reset with Miller up top. Now Horn, swing it to the left with Smith. He'll go back to Miller, top of the key. Smith drives the lane up. Little double clutch, no good. Rebound Cyclones.
And Cyclones looking to push here too. Missed a layup there by Smith, and the Cyclones ready to run.
Brinkman kicks it out to Bardwell. Bardwell walks it right. Gives it to Montgomery. Now up top to Hurd. Swing it left corner, Brinkman. Brinkman dribbles in, tapped away, gets it back, and stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, out of bounds. Cyclones, turnover on the Cyclones. Cyclones with the early lead here, 3-0 on the Bardwell three-pointer.
3-0 Cyclones, 6:45 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, it looked like the Cyclones in a man-to-man defense here against the Railers.
Tungate to Horn. Now kicks it Komnick. 3 on the way from the corner. A little too long, no good. Rebound comes down to Brinkman for the Cyclones. Brinkman with it up top. Now over to Bardwell, back to Brinkman, who cut, and it's going to be an over or back. I thought that Hurd, if he would have hustled, could have got to it, but he just kind of jogged out there.
After it. I thought that you're exactly right. I thought he had plenty of room to try to save that thing, or at least throw it back into the front court here. But turnover now again for the Cyclones. The Railers with a couple opportunities. Smith with a missed layup, Komnick with a missed three. Railers still trail here 3-0.
Tungate crosses the timeline. He's picked up there by Brinkman. He'll go left to Komnick, left wing. Now Smith over to Miller. Miller, 3 on the way, right wing, got it.
Yeah.
Miller ties it up, and that's a Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer.
Yeah, three-pointer there for Miller off the set now.
And a turnover, Cyclones. Yeah, good pressure there by Horn, and was that Smith?
Yeah, it looked like Horn and Smith there on kind of a late trap on a secondary fast break by the Cyclones, and Montgomery dribbles it off his leg.
Over to Komnick, left wing. Now they'll feed Horn at the elbow. Kick it out, Miller. Nothing there. He'll kick it out to Horn. Horn to Smith. Smith top of the key. Now Komnick right wing. Gets a cutting Miller. Miller nowhere to go. Gets it to Tungate. Now reset up top. Work it left with Horn. Now Komnick left corner. He's going to dribble in, up, and got hit on the arm by Montgomery, and Komnick's going to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Komnick with a little size advantage there against Montgomery. Montgomery, 5'10" sophomore, Komnick 6'3" junior, and Carson with the drive baseline went up for 2. He'll go to the free throw line for 2 free throws.
First one up for Komnick, up and good. Railers up 4-3, 5:22 to go in the first.
Montgomery checks out, and it's like Terrion Wallace, the 5'10" 10 sophomore. So the sophomore brigade for the Cyclones keep coming in. He can't check back in. He just checked out.
Back in the game for the Cyclones, number 3, Miles Montgomery.
He checked out and the ball wasn't put back in play. Guess they are.
Play on.
Yeah.
Raiders up 2 as Komnick makes both of his free throws. 5-3, 5:13 to go in the first. Cyclones with the basketball, working around to Montgomery. Now Brinkman feed it in to Montgomery. Nowhere to go. Turnaround jump shot on the way. No good. Horn with the rebound. Kick it out to Miller. Miller will push it up left. Now kick it in the corner. Komnick, 3. Got it.
Yeah, nice transition there by the Railers too. Move the ball down there. Komnick finds a hole there on the wing, and with this, we talked about with this smaller lineup by the Railers, let's push the ball a little bit and get down the court. And early timeout there by the Cyclones.
Komnick with a Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer puts the Railers up 8-3. Cyclones need a timeout, Josh, and we were worried about who's going to handle the ball, who's going to do the shooting, how we're going to play defense. It's still early, but I like what I see.
Well, and I think a lot of people think, oh, you miss one of your better players, possibly, arguably your best player, all-around player, that the Railers are just going to fold. That doesn't happen here. We're going to go after it. These guys are going to play free, carefree. I think Coach Alexander said it on the cheap seats. I think his exact words were, we're going to let it fly.
Yeah.
And we have so far. It's carefree. It's moving the ball. It's getting up the ball up and down the court. You've got this big court here. Obviously, a bigger size court than a high school. You got a little more room to operate. And right now, the Railers have looked good here so far.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things where you bring the kid in, he's looking for that opportunity. It could be better for your team down the road. We saw it with Illinois last year when TSJ was out. Terrence Sanders Jr. and other guys stepped up and, kind of filled some roles, and I think that helped them improve their team as the season went along because they got more game time and felt more comfortable in there.
Yep, good start here for the Railers. Cyclones inbound now. Railers up 8-3.
Cyclones with the basketball. I'm going to get a kick on Tungate. Good defense. Just got it with the foot. It's going to stay with the Cyclones. Wallace to Hurd. Now back to Wallace. Wallace dribbles right. Now goes over to Montgomery. Montgomery back to Wallace to Hurd. Komnick out on him. Feed in. Tapped out of there by Horn. Good defense by Horn. Railers with the basketball. I don't like it down here, Josh.
You don't like the ground level anymore,
I can't see. A little backdoor to Komnick, and Komnick couldn't get there. Good idea, just the timing was not there.
Yeah, and normally that is Hayes passing that, so it's a little bit different when you're even, you don't think about that, but when you go back to your plays that you run all preseason and all summer long, you've got Hayes throwing that bounce pass. Now Miller throws that bounce pass. It's a little bit different.
Cyclones get it across to Brinkman. Now Brinkman to Hurd. Hurd cut off by Komnick. Feed into Robertson. Nothing there on the ground. Fought for. Shot by Montgomery's no good. Raylor's there with the rebound. Here comes Miller. Miller pushes left, now backs it out. Gets it up top to Horn. Horn swings it over, tipped away. Tungate will track it down, and he'll be fouled by Montgomery. Good 8-3 Railers, 3:48 to go in the first. Railers with the basketball.
Big guy for the Cyclones check in 6'6" senior Chuck Lanier.
It's number 5 on here. How'd you know he's 30?
It says in the program. No, it doesn't. It says number 5.
Rails with the basketball, up by 5. Horn, right wing. Kick it out to Tungate. Back to Horn. Gets a cutting Komnick. He'll pull up for a jumper. Tough shot. Couldn't get it to go. Fought for. Brinkman comes out of there with it for the Cyclones. Pushes it up to Wallace. Now a little tapped out of the hands. That was all ball.
Offensive rebound. So the big boy Lanier checks in, and the first possession possession on his offensive end. He gets a rebound, so he'll go to the free throw line and short on the first free throw. And the first foul now on the Railers, and that was from Gabe Smith.
Second one up and good. 8-4 Railers. 3:12 to go in the first quarter. Tungate will trot it up, cross half-court line, kick it over to Horn, right wing. Now Comlick tapped out of there. He'll track it down, get it to Smith, right corner. Now back to Comnick, up top to Tungate. Now work it left, Horn. Up top, Comnick, nothing there. Trying to spread this defense out. Miller has it. Now Smith, top of the key to Comnick. Railers working some of that clock. Smith dribbles in, now backs up, and got a push off on Smith, and that's his second.
That's Gabe's second foul right away. So the sophomore Vlahovic will check in, and one of his first opportunities here at the young season, especially at the varsity level. No sophomore games yet for the Railers, and Vlahovic, Bryce, gets his first action here tonight, sparingly in the Thanksgiving tournament. Yeah,
tapped away by Tungate. Tungate, head fake, kick it out. Miller, corner, three, got it. We'll take a three instead of a two, Josh, and it's a Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer.
Yeah, great job by Brody, too. Oh, man.
And a foul on the side, right in front of the Lincoln bench, is on number 5, Comnick. It's his first. And now he's really got to dig deep and be smart.
Be smart, yeah. And it's what I exactly told him here before he left for the game tonight was if you get that one, then you got to be really selective on how aggressive you can play. We got to have him and several other guys out on the court. Foul trouble is a big issue here tonight.
Brinkman left wing. Now they'll feed Lanier. Kick it down low to Bardwell, and he's going to be fouled there by Miller, and Bardwell's going to go to the line.
Lincoln foul on number 12, Brady Miller.
11-4 Lincoln, 2:02 to go in the first. Bardwell at the line for 2. Lincoln fourth team foul. Shot up and rolls in and good for Bardwell.
Bardwell with 4 of the 5 points so far for the Cyclones on the first basket of the game. Bardwell hit the 3. Now he's got a free throw going for his second.
Second one off the rim, no good. Tungate there with the rebound. 11-5 Railers, under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Tungate pushes right, guarded there by Bardwell. Now tapped away by Bardwell. And Miller hounding him. He's got to be careful. He's got one. Bardwell swing it over to Brinkman. Now in the corner. 3 on the way by Wallace. In and out, no good. Fought for underneath. Good job by Comnick, is flying there for the rebound. He's going to be fouled.
Yeah, he's going to have to come from that guard position and move in to go rebound. And a good job by Horn and Vlahovic to get the box out. Then you got to have your guards come in and clean up if those big guys don't get the rebound. So good job by Carson to be aggressive on the board there.
Miller crosses the timeline, goes left now, picks up his dribble, gives it to Comnick, left wing. Feed Miller down low, nowhere to go. Kick out Comnick, thinks about a 3, pulls up 2 steps in front of the 3-point line, no good. Rebound comes down to Robertson for the Cyclones. He'll push up to Brinkman. Brinkman tapped out of there by Comnick. Out of bounds, Lincoln going to stay with the Cyclones under their own basket. Brinkman to inbound. Gets it in to Bardwell. Kicks it up top to Wallace. 1:08 to go in the first. Brinkman gives it in the corner to Lanier. Nowhere to go. Guarded by Vlahovic. Now kick it out to Brinkman. Swing it over to Wallace. Now Bardwell left wing. Off the foot. Turnover Cyclones as number 10, Robertson, couldn't control it. Another turnover.
Just some bad turnovers there for the Cyclones early on here. And they've really just kind of shot themselves in the foot by just not getting shots off against the Railers here so far.
Miller, bad pass. Luckily came back down to Comnick. Kick it over in the corner. 3 on the way. Tungate, got it. Tungate with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer, and the Railers up 9.
Yeah, nice cross-court pass by Komnick, and a good job by Brody getting his feet set, and then not an easy shot for a shooter right in the deep corner, and Tungate gets it to go.
Brinkman in the corner, nowhere to go, guarded by Horn. Now kick it out to Wallace, over to Bardman. Picked up there by Miller. Swing it around. Wallace up top, feed down low. Now kick it out to Brinkman. Brinkman's going to throw up a three off the rim, no good. Lanier there with the rebound, put it back up and good. Nothing you can do about that.
Just Lanier against Miller there.
And at the end of one, it's the Lincoln Railers 14, the Sacred Heart Griffin Cyclones 7. We'll take a commercial break. We come back. We'll have second quarter action here at the BOS Center on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Welcome back to Springfield, Illinois at the BOS Center here in downtown Springfield. Railers with the basketball to start the second, up by 7. Feed Horn, nowhere to go. Kick it back out to Miller. Now Komnick left wing. He's going to take a three. Got it! Carson Komnick with another Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. Railers up 10.
Yeah, good shot. Get a good skip pass there by the Railers. And Carson's able to get the feet set and off to a good start here to start this second quarter.
Cyclones with the basketball. Bardwell, he'll dribble top of the key, kick it over to Brinkman. Brinkman back to Bardwell. Bardwell will shoot that. Now Lanier.
Foul.
Horn guarding Lanier. Lanier up and good. Just muscled his way over.
Just a tough spot
Horn,
there for the Railers.
Nothing
right.
you can do.
They're giving away probably 30 pounds to from Horn to Lanier, and he just muscles it up, as you said, right over the top.
Vlahovic going to fire up a three and get it. Vlahovic with the State Farm three-pointer.
Bryce comes in and no hesitation there, right? The sophomore just steps in.
You're going to leave him open.
I think
his
first shot of the year as at the varsity level, and Bryce steps up and hits it.
Wallace to Robertson. Now up top to Bardwell. He'll track it down. Now set up his offense. There's Robertson up to Bardwell. Bardwell's going to hold. Try to settle his team down as they're down by 11. Feed it into Lanier. Nowhere to go. Now tried to bounce past to Robertson. Good defense there by Horn as he slapped it away. Now Horn's going to bring it up. Horn crosses the timeline. Sets up his offense. Gets it to Vlahovic, left wing.
Yeah, Vlahovic has got the big boy Lanier on him, so we'll see if we can set up a play maybe for Vlahovic and maybe let Lanier come out and try to guard him from there.
Vlahovic top of the key. Now Komnick left wing. He's going to dribble in, kick it out to Miller. Miller fires up a three off the rim, no good. Robertson with the rebound for the Cyclones. Push it up, almost stolen away there by Miller. Now over to Lanier. Lanier is going to pick up his dribble and swing it over to Brinkman, but Miller steps in for the interception. Now Miller with it. 5:38 to go in the first half. Railers up 29.
Yeah, Carson's got Lanier on him.
Komnick pulls up. Three on the way. Got it. Three-pointer Komnick, and the Railers up 23-9. Almost stolen by Komnick. Now Wallace crosses, feeds Robertson down low. Nowhere to go. Guarded by Horn. Goes around Horn, up and good for Robertson.
Get to the hoop.
23-11, Railers with the lead. First half here at the BOS Center. Tungate to Miller. Now Miller over to Horn. to Velakovic. Velakovic to Komnick. Komnick kicks it out. Horn's going to fire up a three off the rim, no good. Velakovic fights for it. Miller there with the
good
putback.
job by Bryce.
And the Railers.
Tungate with the putback, but Bryce was there to keep the ball alive, and he didn't get the offensive rebound, but he had enough tip away to get it to Brody, and Brody with the putback.
25-11 Railers, 4:36 to go.
Wicked foul on number 10, Brody Tungate as his first. And team first here in the second quarter.
Preston Short, a 6'1 sophomore, is going to check into the ball game. Give Velakovic a well-deserved break. Good minutes by Velakovic in there.
Get to the hoop.
Cyclones with the ball. Wallace to Bardwell. Now Hurd. Back to Bardwell. To Hurd, right corner. Guarded by Miller. Now they'll kick it up top to Bardwell. Over to Wallace. Feed it into Brinkman. Kick it out. Three on the way. Left it way short. Miller swatted it out there instead of grabbing it, and it went to a Cyclone, and they put it up and good.
Yeah, Railers just should have got that air ball rebound. Tough one to rebound on the defensive end, but we had a shot there. An offensive rebound leads to a putback for the Cyclones, something you can't give away.
Miller dribbles in. A lot of contact, and they're going to call a travel as he ran into Bardwell. And that's the reason he traveled.
Yeah, he slipped up with some contact there. Railer turnover there, now up 25-13 here. 3:40 left in the second quarter.
Cyclones, another turnover, Railer basketball. And a 30-second timeout. Is that the Railers they call that?
Yeah, I think Coach Alexander with the timeouts to get guys, not only the timeouts become a teaching thing, but a little bit of a break here tonight because of your two-man down for the Railers. But also you got to give these guys a break. A little bit bigger court. You're a week. What the last time we played was a week?
Saturday, 1 week ago today.
So you're not quite back into that game shape again. So I think Coach Al used that timeout here with 3:39 left in the second quarter. The Railers up 12, but maybe more importantly, just to give these guys a little bit of a drink of water.
Yeah, and like you reiterate, stay under control. Miller might have forced a little bit right there. We've got the lead. We're up 12. We can work some of that clock. We don't want to get in a running game with the Cyclones. So just play your game, play under control.
Yeah, and the Cyclones have Lanier and Lee, both 6'6", 6'4" on the bench. So we're just as big or bigger than the Cyclones right now.
Komnick dribbles in, up with the left. Tough shot off the backboard and good for Komnick.
Yeah, I think Carson, now he's shown he's going to make the three. They're going to come out on him a little bit more, and then he's got a chance to get by some guys and finish at the rim. And good job, good drive there, and a nice left there by Komnick to extend this lead.
So is my program wrong? You're saying Lee.
Yeah, Lee is.
Is he 10?
Yes, correct.
I don't know if we've ever had a correct roster.
Makes our job a little bit tougher.
Just makes me look like an idiot.
It's not hard to put the correct number. Yeah, Lee is 10. He's getting ready to check in over at the scores table right now.
Well, then I guess I got to change that. Railers with the basketball, up 14. Komnick had a good first half. Miller dribbles in, kicks it out to Tungate. Now they'll work it back. Short checks in for the Railers. His first action of the season.
All right, see the Railers get a good set here. Scott up 14, get a good shot. We worked the ball a little bit. Now again, no shot clock here at the BOS Center.
Horn, three, top of the key, got it.
Yes.
Horn with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. Railers up 17.
Yeah, don't stop, right? We talked about this before. The Railers give them a chance to get this thing back into it. Let's hammer here, get another stop and another basket, and get up 20 before half.
Wallace with it for the Cyclones. He'll dribble, give it to Hurd. Hurd's going to pull up jumper. Tough shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Bardwell. Bardwell guarded there by Short. Now Sullivan with it. Gives it to Wallace. Bardwell, he'll back it out with 1:35 to go in the first half. Wallace to Hurd. Hurd back to Wallace, top of the key. Now they'll bounce pass into Brinkman. Brinkman's going to dribble in on Horn, nowhere to go. Wallace with it left wing.
Yeah, I don't
now
think
Hurd. Oh, going to get a foul on Horn.
Yeah, that's
got him on the arm.
Just the second team foul now for the Railers. So few to give here yet before the bonus. A minute 17 left. Lee and Montgomery check in for the Cyclones, as well as Velakovic checks in for short for the Railers.
Number 3, Miles Montgomery, back in for SHG.
Inbound by Bardwell, kicks it out to Wallace. Now Montgomery, kick it back out to Wallace, top of the key, way out top. Now over to Bardwell, right wing.
We haven't seen really any of the Cyclones hurt us from the perimeter so far yet. Hurd or Wallace.
Yeah, now Lee's really trying to seal off that inside. Wallace over to Bardwell. Bardwell's going to dribble in, try to feed it in, and we're going to have a jump ball. There we go, jump ball. Possession arrow is going to stay with the Cyclones.
Other side of the court. He's already crossed half court.
Got to stay in the box, coach.
Yeah, he's not even close.
Nelly's going to get him. Bardwell to inbound. Kick it out to Montgomery. Now Lee. Jumper by Lee. Three-pointer. Nope, that was a two. That was a two. This guy called it a three. Nelly changes it. I thought he was about a foot inside there. So the Raiders up 30-15 with 44 seconds. Let's see if we can hold for one. I know we have a hard time doing that.
Yeah, and
it's a long time.
Again, no shot clock, but you know we've got really four guards out on the court for the Railers.
Komnick with it to Miller. Horn tracks it down just like that. There we go. Miller kick it out. Velakovic nowhere to go. Now Horn top of the key. Over to Tungate. 18 seconds on the clock. Tungate trying to create some room. Now he'll back it out. Horn left wing, now Velakovic. Velakovic kicks it in the corner. Komnick, three, no good. Rebound comes down to Bardwell with 3 seconds. Fires it up. Three on the way from Wallace, and he's going to hit it to end the second quarter. Nothing hurt. Railers still up 30-17. And we'll take a commercial break and come back with the Grau Incorporated halftime show here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Railer basketball. WLCN's live stream coverage is sponsored by Me Realty. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Call 888-924-3786. State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211. Dara Entwistle, Independent Health Insurance Agent advocating for you, your family, and your company. Call 217-651-8046. Heartland Bank and Trust Company, with branches on North Sangamon Street and Woodlawn Road. Unlock the power of more with More For You checking from Heartland Bank and save money on the things you're already paying for. Open your account today in branch or online at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Emo's Cafe, your family restaurant serving home-cooked meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located at 616 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Phone 217-605-0171. Emo's Cafe, Lincoln's family restaurant. Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial, your Lincoln Edward Jones financial advisor. Located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office. Member SIPC. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located at 509 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln. Call 217-735-4385. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654.
Welcome back, Railer Nation, here from the BOS Center in Springfield as the Railers are on top here, 30-17 over the Cyclones from Sacred Heart-Griffin. We'll run through the stats here. First for the Cyclones, they shoot 47% from the field, 7 of 15. They're 1 of 5 from the three-point line, and 2 of 4 from the free throw. From the free throw line. 2 of 4 for 50%. The Railers shoot 59% from the field. They're 8 of 12 from three-point land for 67%, and 2 of 2 from Carson Komnick from the free throw line. The scoring leaders here for the Cyclones, they were led here tonight so far by half. Chucky Lanier checked in off the bench and scored 4 points for Zion Lee and also Jamarion Bardwell, and 2 points apiece for Cam Brinkman and Terrion Wallace. The Railers were led here in the first half by Komnick. Carson Komnick, the junior, with 13. 6 points for Brady Miller, 5 for Brody Tungate, 3 for Bryce Malakovich and Blake Horn to round out the 30 for the Railers. Again, the Railers lead it here at half, 30-17. We'll kick it back to the studios for a break. You're in the Grau Incorporated halftime show. You're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare open enrollment? Medicare open enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Dara Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Dara Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
Welcome back, Railer Nation, to the BOS Center as the Railers lead it here at half, 30-17. You're in the Ground Incorporated halftime show. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby. And Scott, good first half for the Railers. 30 points in the first half. Kind of gave one away. It shot up maybe a little too quick to end the half there, and Cyclones come down and score a triple to get it to 17. Without that, we're looking at a 30-14 point game. I actually think they called it a 2, but to give them 17. But again, the first half that we'll take. The Railers shooting the ball really well from the field, 8 of 12 from the 3-point line.
Yeah, let's hope they can continue that, Josh, because you know the Cyclones are going to come out second half and put a lot more pressure on, and I feel like they didn't attempt a whole lot of shots. You know, they're trying to work it into that middle, which we did a good job of collapsing, deny that entry pass, and I gotta think that they went in, made some halftime adjustments, and as well as the Railers, you know. But keep doing what you're doing, take care of the ball.
Railers on the night with 6 rebounds, 1 of them offensive. The Cyclones with 10 rebounds and 4 of them offensive. And we saw they did get a couple baskets off offensive rebounds and or tip-aways that we thought we could have gotten, and which led to Cyclone points. So you take those away in that last second 2-pointer, boy, the Railers are sitting really good. But a good spot here for the Railers, 30-17. Komnick leads the way with 13 points. He's 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 5 from three-point land, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He's also the leading rebounder with 2. And as you said, not a lot of shots for the Cyclones, but they've really been hesitant from three-point land too, Scott. And we know watching playing, you watch a lot of basketball for the Railers. If you're going to beat this 1-2-2, you got to do 2 things. You got to shoot it well from the perimeter, and you got to get it in the middle. And they've gotten in the middle a little bit, but they have not shot it well from, or even attempted them from the three-point line.
No, they haven't. And it really surprised me. You know, we know Bardwell can shoot it. Brinkman can as well, and he's only taken a couple of shots. And so they're going to come out second half ready to go, because I'm sure they didn't have a very pleasant halftime talk. But the Railers take care of the ball, play under control, and just keep doing what you're doing.
Second chance points for the Cyclones, 7, the Railers 2, but a big difference in points off turnovers. The Railers with 16 points off the turnovers for the Cyclones, which the Cyclones had 9 turnovers, 0 points off turnovers for the Cyclones. The Railers just turned it over 4 times in the first half. We're about a minute away from second half action. The Cyclones just getting out on the court. We'll send it back to the studios for one quick break. You're in the Ground Incorporated halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Welcome back to Springfield, Illinois, the BOS Center. Scott Kirby, Josh Komnick, Connor Shaw here this evening, and we got to give a shout out to Phyllis and Jim White in Florida. Timmy McDougal, #1 Railer fan, says hello.
Probably a little warmer down in Florida, I might imagine.
Probably. It's pretty warm in here.
Today,
yeah, it's pretty warm in here.
Wednesday or Thursday, it was pretty brisk here, but warm outside. The Railers were warm in the first half. Let's see if we can keep it going here in the second. Looks like the Railers will have the ball to start the second half.
Starting 5 on the court for the Railers. And hopefully the Railers can pick up where they left off. I wish we could have just skipped halftime.
Yeah, the Railers
right into the third.
Going well here into the right into halftime, and we'll see. We've not been good. That's a reach.
Brinkman with the reach on Tungate.
Yeah, we'll see if the Railers, we've not been a good third quarter team, especially to start the third quarter. Boy, you can go on about a 6-8-0 run here, Scott, and you kind of open this thing up and hopefully put this thing away.
Tungate crosses half-court line, guarded there by Brinkman, gets it to Miller. Miller kick it up top to Horn. Now right elbow Komnick. Komnick's going to dribble, give it to Miller. Cyclones really being aggressive. Bardwell tips it away from Horn. Here comes Lee, cut off by Horn. trying to back him down. And they're going to call Horn. I don't know what they expect Horn to do there when he's just getting bulldozed.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like Blake did a pretty good job of staying solid there on the defense, but looks like they're going to call Horn with a hold there. Horn's second foul, first on the Railers here. 5 seconds.
Brinkman inbound, gets it in to Hurd. Now up top to Wallace. That's Montgomery. Now back to Montgomery. Feed it in to Lee. Lee, jumper on the way. Up, no good. Rebound, Smith.
Yeah, nice high rebound there by Smith. Got it right at the top of his jump, and a good job by Gabe on that backside rebound.
Raiders need to take care of the ball. First possession was tapped away. Up to Tungate. Now they'll work it left.
I can see Gabe to get his driving game going a little bit.
Miller kicks it out. Tungate, three, corner. Yeah.
Shooter's touch.
Went down,
there,
came
right?
back out, and went right back down. A Chris Coyne, State Farm. Three-pointer for Tungate.
Boy, big shot there, too, by Tungate to get this third quarter started.
Kick it out. Brinkman, nothing there. Now he'll throw it all the way across to Montgomery. Now feed Lee. He's going to pull up for a jumper. Rolls around. No good.
Defense by Komnick, too.
For another rebound.
Solid, stayed straight up and down, and didn't allow Lee to push him down underneath the basket.
Horn kicks it over to Komnick. Now up top to Smith. Over to Tungate. Tungate right wing. Finds a cutting Komnick. Pulls up jumper off the front of the rim. No good. Here comes Montgomery. Feeds it up to Brinkman. Brinkman, left-hand layup. Hit by Tungate. And Brinkman's going to get 2 free throws. Not a bad foul there by Tungate.
No,
he's not in foul trouble, and if you're going to foul him hard so he doesn't get the and one.
Exactly right. Don't give him the easy free throw or easy layup, and Brinkman will go to the line for 2 free throws. So 2 team fouls on the Railers. The Railers up 33-17. Send the sophomore Brinkman to the free throw line for 2.
First one up and good. Wallace is going to check in for the Cyclones, and here's the second one from Brinkman, up and good. 33-19 Railers, 6:06 to go in the third quarter. Tungate pushes it across half-court line, now goes left. Gives it to Miller, left wing, top of the key, Smith. Smith fakes right, goes left. A lot of contact there, no call. Miller with it, nowhere to go, needs help. Now stolen there by Wallace, and I think they're going to get Komnick with the foul.
Just the pressure has turned up a little bit for the Cyclones now, and the Railers have had really not gotten into any kind of offense so far here in this third quarter. I know we got the 3 from Tungate, but boy, they've really pushed us out, and the Railers not fluid at all here to start the second half.
33-19, 5:43 to go here in the third quarter. Hurd feeds Brinkman, now tries to get it inside, tapped out of there by Horn. Now Hurd takes off with it and going to be called for the travel.
Well, the Railers need a big basket here, Scott. Up 14, 33-19, but just haven't had a lot of flow into their offense. That pressure by the Cyclones has turned up.
Miller gets the inbound pass from Komnick. Guarded there by Wallace. Now hands off to Tungate, who's picked up by Brinkman. To Smith. Smith goes left, picks up by Komnick. Now Komnick with it. He's going to dribble in on Hurd. Now Miller. Miller passed it, but the guy he was passing to cut, and out of bounds, turnover. Cyclones with the basketball. There's Lee. He's going to dribble in, pull for a jumper, rolls in, and good for Lee. And the lead is down to 12 for the Railers. Give it over to Horn, right wing. Now corner Smith. Up top to Miller. Now Komnick. Got to watch our passes. Miller dribbles in, hands off to Komnick, to Smith. Miller with the wide open layup, up, under, count the bucket, the foul, and Miller will go to the line for the and one.
Oh, a big basket too there. Just as we talked about, not a lot of fluidity throughout our offense. Cyclones starting to body us a little bit and use their speed and quickness up top, and Railers not able to get anything going and kind of break down on their defense. defense on the Cyclones, and Miller able to get to the basket, get the layup to go, and is going to go to the free throw line. Second team foul on the Cyclones. The Railers up 35-21, 4:38 left here in the third.
Miller to the line for one. Free throw up and good.
Good. Nice three-point play there by the senior Brady Miller. Miller with 9 here on the night.
36-21, Railers, 4:30 to go in the third. Cross-court pass to Brinkman, now Wallace, work it over to Lee, picked up there by Miller. Good job by the Railers to recover.
Yeah, you're right. But boy, some guys sprinting out there with the green uniform on.
Brinkman, now Montgomery over to Wallace. Wallace dribbles in, nowhere to go, kick it out to Montgomery, feed Lee. Up, that's Lanier, now Lee. And a foul on the floor. Who'd they get that on?
I think it was on Smith.
Foul on Lincoln's number 3.
Fourth team foul for the Railers with 4:08 to go.
Yeah, three fouls on Smith too. So not only the team fouls here in this third quarter, but also Smith with 3 now.
Kick it all the way out to Wallace. Now Lee back to Wallace. Wallace will dribble right, now back it out. Kick it over to Brinkman right wing. Feed, lead. Now they'll work it to the left. Montgomery. Now he goes back to the right to Brinkman. Feed lead, guarded there by Komnick. Good defense by Komnick. And Horn with the rebound. Good job by Komnick holding his ground and not giving Lee a good shot. Smith up. Oh, and he got hammered by Lanier. That was definitely a foul.
Yeah, a lot of body, maybe just on the arm too, but a lot of body there. And good job by Gabe at realizing, we saw it right in front of us. He had a clear path to the basket. Lanier kind of just baited him to get going, and he was going to try to go up and block it, but a good job by Gabe getting into the body of Lanier.
Gabe's going to get 2 free throws. First one up and good.
Boy, the Railers a lot better knock on this.
Don't say it.
Knock on your
Don't say it.
melon, but have been good from the free throw line here tonight.
You said it.
Told you.
That's all right. Smith makes both of his free throws. Vlahovic is going to check in for Smith. Smith with 3 fouls. Good substitution by Coach Al.
Yeah, 3
we can
fouls.
get through this third quarter with 3 fouls.
Right.
You got to feel pretty good.
Well, and Bryce has done a good job here. Made that big 3 in the first half and has held his own underneath on the boards.
Railers up 17, 3:30 to go here in the third quarter. Cyclones with the basketball. Brinkman in the corner. Now they'll work it to Wallace. He'll dribble it out. Kick it over to Montgomery right wing. Now Lee back to Montgomery. Swing it to Brinkman now in the corner. Wallace 3 on the way. Way too long. Over the back on Lee of Miller.
Oh, no. How's that on?
If anything, it was an over the back foul.
Yeah,
good job by Miller boxing out.
Lee had touched the ball the whole time. I don't think Brady ever got a hand on it or a fingertip even.
Brinkman now to Montgomery, back to Brinkman. Over to Brinkman now in the corner. Montgomery nowhere there. Good job by Horn getting out on him. Give it to Wallace now. Montgomery working that right or that left corner.
Yeah, they're trying to get the ball into Lanier with that size advantage underneath with Lanier and Lee.
They tried to do a little high-low, but good job by Horn getting a paw on it.
Exactly right. Well, as soon as Lanier got it, Blake had his hands up.
Miller with it, left corner. Now to Tungate. Tungate to Komnick. Komnick guarded there by Lee. Gives it to Horn. Horn backs it out, picks up his dribble, gives it to Komnick right wing. Now Miller top of the key, thinks about a 3, dribbles in, kicks it out. Tungate left corner, nothing there. Now they'll reset up top to Vlahovic. 2:20 to go in the third. Railers up 38-21. Little backdoor to Miller. Up off the, missed an easy little layup. And here come the Cyclones. Like to have that one back. Montgomery deep 3 off the back of the iron, no good. Horn skies up for the rebound, and here come the Railers.
Yeah, great job by Blake. I thought he's played a great game. Hasn't got a 3 to go down in the first half, but he's been great underneath the basket on defense and rebounding.
Railers with the basketball with 1:50 to go in the third, up by 17. This is all you now, Josh. I can't see. There we go. Komnick to Vlahovic, left corner. Now Horn's going to be fouled by Brinkman. That's his second or third.
I think that's the third on Brinkman now. So the Railers up 38-21 here, a minute 38 left.
Number 4, Cam Brinkman, his
second team foul on Brinkman.
So Lanier and Brinkman are going to have a seat. Hurd's back in, all the way to Tungate. Good job by keeping his feet in the ground. Found a Miller. Nothing there. Now the Railers will work it around. Good job by the Railers not forcing anything. Here goes Komnick. And Komnick slid his left foot. Turnover, Railers. Had his momentum going a little too hard and just couldn't keep that pivot foot. Now here come the Cyclones, down 17. They'll work it around to Wallace. Now Lee in the corner, guarded there by Horn. Back to Wallace, over to Montgomery. Hurd right corner. Vlahovic gets out on him. Kick it out to Montgomery. Nothing there. Now Lee. 1 minute to go in the third. Try to get it in to Bardwell. Good save there by Miller. Railer basketball with under a minute to go.
Yeah, big basket here, Scott. The Railers have held on to this 17-point lead. We just haven't been able to score in the last couple possessions.
And luckily, they haven't either. Dangerous pass there from Vlahovic. Miller tracks it down with 38 seconds on the clock. Tungate a reset up top. Guarded there by Bardwell. Tungate goes right, and Bardwell's going to get Tungate on the arm. That's the fifth team foul
so
on
Brody,
the Cyclones.
Yeah, Brody will go to the line for 2. 29 seconds left here in the third.
LCHS number 11, Jamari Bardwell's first personal foul, team foul number 5.
Tungate, free throw, good. Maybe a little extra free throws in the morning this week after,
After double sessions gets over with, the guys start coming in the morning and starting to shoot a little more consistently. And you're right, looks like Short will check in for Tungate, and a great job by Brody of hitting 2 free throws here. Now the Railers up 40-21. The Cyclones scored on the last second shot into entering the halftime. We'll see if we can get a stop here entering the fourth quarter.
Bardwell now to Hurd. Hurd's going to dribble in, throw up a shot, no good. Lee there with the putback and the foul. And Lee will go to the line for the and one.
Yeah, exactly what we didn't want. Chance for a three-point play here on an offensive rebound, and the Railers have done a pretty good job on the defensive boards here, but this one here and a couple in the first half where they've gotten offensive rebounds and have converted to points. You get rebounds, and they haven't been able to put the ball in the hole very often.
Free throw up and good for Lee. And it's 40-24, Railers with 14 seconds to go in the third. Bardwell gets it to Horn. Horn will walk it across the timeline with 9 seconds. Now Tungate with 7. Got to get to the basket. 6. Bardwell all over Tungate, all over him. And there they're going to get Bardwell with the foul. And that's a give me right there, Josh. They're going to put Tungate back to the line for 2 more free throws.
Just made 2 a possession ago. So Brody did a good job of hanging on to the basketball and protecting it with Bardwell all over him. So Brody, this junior, will step to the free throw line to hopefully get us 2 more here before the entrance of the fourth quarter. Free throw up and good for Tungate.
Up and good for Tungate. Makes both of them. Puts the Railers up by 18.
He made it.
And are you kidding me? A 3-quarter shot from Montgomery goes in to end the third. Cuts it to 42-27. We'll give him that. Great shot. Looked good. And, oh well. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be back with fourth quarter after these messages.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Welcome back to Springfield, Illinois. Here's a shot on the way, no good. Rebound comes down to Lee. Railers with a 15-point lead. Jump shot up and no good, and Tungate tracks it down. Cyclones closed out the third quarter with a three-quarter court shot. Went in. That's about one of their only three-pointers of the night. There's a steal by Bardwell on the floor. He's going to feed it over, and Hurd's going to be fouled there by Komnick. And Hurd's going to go to the line for two, and we got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, you're right. You know, that was a big, that Hail Mary from three-quarter court by one hand could loom large here, Scott. That was obviously a three-point basket and cut it within 15, and now Cyclones with a little bit of momentum here as they go to the free throw line. Hurd misses the first free throw, but the Railers have got to take care of the ball. You know the pressure is going to be turned up by Sacred Heart-Griffin, and we've turned it over here a lot in the second half.
Second one up and good for Hurd, 42-28. Timeout on the court, SHG.
Full timeout.
Yeah, we'll take one as well. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Welcome back to Springfield, Illinois at the BOS Center as the Railers take a 42-28 lead with 7:26 to go here in the ball game. Out of the timeout, it will be Railer basketball. Komnick to inbound for the Railers. And Sacred Heart Griffin has really amped up the full court press. Miller back to Komnick. Komnick's going to dribble out of it, get across half court line, kick it up to Smith. Smith had a wide open layup, hit it off his knee, out of bounds, turnover Railers. Cyclones with the basketball, down by 14. They work it around, corner, Brinkman thinks about a three, fake, now shoots a three, off the rim, no good. Fought for underneath, Lee comes out there with it. Now he's going to pull up for a jumper, in and out, no good. Komnick there with the rebound, hands it off to Horn. Horn's going to bring it up. Guarded there by Brinkman. Now Smith. Komnick, three on the way, corner, off the rim, no good. And here come the Cyclones, push it up to Lee. Lee. And Lee's going to be called with the travel as he tried to dunk it, took one too many steps. Turnover Cyclones, Railer basketball. Josh, I don't know if you missed it. Smith had a wide open layup down here.
Missed it.
And just hit it off his knee out of bounds. He was too wide open. Miller kicks it over to Komnick. 6:35 to go in the game. Komnick goes over to Smith. Smith's going to grab it.
Slow down.
Bounce pass to Miller. Yep, they need to slow it down. On the floor. Good job by Komnick. He's going to go up and good. Count it. The foul and get up.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Yeah, all right. It really just a pickup off the ground, too. Not a lot of flow here again, Scott. The pressure turned up. The Railers not handling the ball very well. And we're thankful for that. Komnick just picked up a loose ball and was able to get to the basket. So, again, the Railers got to handle it, slow down a little bit here.
They need to look up at that clock and notice that they're up 16 and kind of just play. I know it's easier said than done. Komnick missed the and one. Now they'll kick it up to Wallace. Wallace dribbles in on Horn, up and good for Wallace. Yeah. 44-30, 6:11 to go in the game. Komnick to Tungate. Tungate back to Komnick. Komnick going to go in. Voids Lee. Goes around him up off the backboard for Komnick.
Yeah, good job there by Brody, too. Komnick gave it up up to Brody. Brody gave it back to Carson, and he's got to stop settling for that three and get to the hoop. There's going to be a lot of pressure by the Cyclones are going to be moved up. We can still have lanes to the hoop.
Hurd for a three, no good. Horn flies up for the rebound. Boy, Horn's just been all over the place.
Yeah, I really like the way Horn has played tonight.
Bounce pass to Komnick, now all the way up to Tungate. He'll cross half-court line and go left, and stolen away there by Wallace, but he kicked it out of bounds.
Well, the Railers got to know they're going to be coming from all over the place, reaching, hacking, slapping, double teaming. The Cyclones are going to have to come and turn up this pressure even more, and the Railers got to focus and pay attention on what's going on here and really handle this basketball.
Miller will kick it into Tungate, guarded there by Wallace. Boy, Wallace all over him.
Well, yeah, the refs got to figure this out too, make sure that they're keeping these hands off.
Komnick guarded by Bardwell. He'll back him down, up with the right, and good from Komnick. Komnick just taking over, Josh.
Well,
it's good to see.
You're right, and Bardwell really close on him. And again, Carson just putting his head down and getting to the basket. And a lot of what Gabe Smith had done in the previous 3 games, put your head down and get to the rack. And Carson doing a good job of making the Cyclones pay for that overplay.
Gabe Smith just picks up his 4th with 5:11 to go in the game. Railers back up by 18. And Josh, when the Cyclones go down and score, the Railers have an answer.
We've been answering, and that's good because the Cyclones have been able to get a few easy baskets as of late against us. But it's been the pressure of Cyclones and the Railers just kind of not handling the pressure so well, being under control and patient, making your pass. They're coming with double teams now, so somebody's got to be open on that end of the floor for the Railers, and we just got to take our time and make the right pass, make the easy pass, and eventually I think that'll lead to layups.
5:11 on the game clock. Railers up 48-30. It's been all Railers all night, right from the, well, I guess the Cyclones went up 3-0 early.
After that, it's been all Railers.
Then after that, we fought back, took the lead, and haven't given it up.
It helped on that 8 of 12 from the three-point land in the first half, and you can't ask for much better than 8 of 12 in the first half, and it really kind of just deflated, I thought, the Cyclones. They just didn't have a lot of fire here tonight, and you got to think they would come out with a lot of fire. Central State 8 opener. They knew Hayes was on the bench with concussion, and the Railers have really done a good job of handling them.
Brinkman in the corner. They feed Lee. He's going to dribble in, put it up with the right, and good. And you got to think that's where they've been trying to do it all night. But the Raiders have been doing a good job of eliminating that. There's a steal by the Cyclones. Bardwell up and no good. And Tungate with the rebound. Fired up to Miller. Miller all the way down to Horn. Horn to Smith. Smith up with the right. No good. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back up. Way too strong. Fought for. Rebound by Horn. And a jump ball is called. Possession arrow stays with the Railers.
Well, another one Gabe, I think he thought he should make. And a basket that the Railers needed there. When you get easy baskets and you break that pressure, you got to convert on this end with layups. And Smith with an opportunity there and just missed another one.
Maybe some cramping going on down here by Lee. You either need to get somebody in for him. All right, here goes Miller to inbound for the Railers. 4:35 to go. Little backdoor to Tungate.
Nice.
Up and good for Tungate.
Yeah.
And it's 50-32.
Great out-of-bounds play and a good little shield there by out-of-bounds for the Cyclones.
Out of bounds, Brinkman.
Turnover and a good finish by Brody. He was up by the rim there, and nobody was going to block that shot. Great out-of-bounds play, and that puts the Railers back up 18 with 4:27 left here.
Tungate fights through the pressure. He's going to be fouled. Second team foul on the Cyclones with 4:22 to go. And you got to think, if you're out of position on this size of court when you're out of bounds, you're not aware where you're at.
Right, yeah, you're not quite sure where you're at on the court. This big court at the BOS Center, and you seem to have plenty of room to get open.
Komnick gets it into Miller. He'll push right, guarded there by Hurd. Now Miller gets it to Horn. Horn's going to dribble, pick up his dribble, and out of bounds off of Lee. Going to stay with the Railers. Miller to inbound. Gets it into Komnick. Komnick's going to dribble in. Up. No foul. A lot of contact. And Horn tried to save it, but here come the Cyclones. Smith intercepts it.
Yeah.
Just like on the football field. There's Smith. Now he throws it away. Tungate can't track it down. Now here come the Cyclones. Bardwell kick it over. Brinkman, 3 on the way. Got it. 50-15, Railers, or 50-35, I should say. 3:49 to go. Timeout on the court. It's a full timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be back with more fourth quarter action after these commercials on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
And we're back.
Trying the home run pass to Gabe Smith, and it's going to be out of bounds off the Cyclones. Welcome back to Lincoln Railer basketball. It's been a good night so far for the Railers. Up by 15, feed right back to Komnick. Up and count the bucket. They call a charge on that?
Offensive foul, Lincoln's number 5, Carson Komnick.
All right, yeah, they called Komnick with the charge. No way that was a charge, but made the bucket, but it didn't count. Railers still up 15. Here comes Brinkman to Bardwell. Now a unforced turnover. Going to be Railer basketball. .336 to go.
Checking in for SHG, number 23, Jim Sullivan.
Komnick will get it into Tungate. Tungate pushes right, gets it over to Miller. Now Miller up top to Smith. Over to Komnick. Now Tungate. Tungate works it up to Miller. Miller will go left. Kick it over Tungate. Tungate thought about a 3, wisely pulled it down. Don't need really 3s right now. Work the ball, get an easy bucket. There goes Horn. Horn up and count it.
Yeah, great
Horn.
Like
Good drive to the basket.
Yeah, great point too, Scott. Railers don't need 3s. The extension of the pressure by the Cyclones, the Railers are going to get layups here, and a good job by Brody. I thought a good decision, but not taking the 3 in the corner. Worked the ball around Horn with a nice drive to the basket and made it count.
There's a 3 on the way, in and out, no good. Horn with another rebound. Swing it out to Tungate. Now to Miller. Gets it to Tungate. He'll cross half court line, give it to Miller, or Smith. Now Miller in the corner. Little feed to Komnick. Kick it back up to Tungate.
Yeah, no shot clock here, Scott. The Railers, I think, as long as we be strong and handle the ball here, cut and be hard to the basket, you can get layups again.
Smith guarded by Hurd. He'll dribble it out, give it to Tungate. Tungate over to Miller. Miller right wing, now top to Smith. Horn to Tungate, back to Horn. Wide open, lay it up, and off the front of the rim, no good. Komnick there with the rebound. He's going to put it up, lay it up, and good for the Railers.
Yeah, good job. Nice cut by Horn. Missed the layup, and we missed several of those,
yes,
Scott.
We have.
Smith has had a couple. Horn with one there. Komnick stayed around the basket, got it, and put it in.
Up by 19, largest lead for the Railers. There's a running jumper by Lee, up off the rim, no good. And Komnick skies up for the rebound with 1:40. And now I just think the Cyclones, they have nothing left. And Lee pulled up lane. He's got something going on with his knee.
Entering the game for SHG, number 15, Henry Panetta.
Maybe some cramping.
Something.
He's going to check out. .135 to go in the ball game. Railers up 54-35. Get it into Horn. Now Gabe Smith with it, right corner. Kick it out to Miller. Miller over to Komnick. Komnick dribbles in, kicks it out to Horn. Now Horn resets to Miller.
So a pretty good showing here tonight, Scott, for the Railers.
Absolutely.
A 19-point win, as of right now, 19-point lead. But you've got a guy that does a lot for your basketball team that's out for tonight, and some guys really stepped up and had really good basketball games.
Komnick finds a lane, wide open lane, up and good. How many points does he have?
I don't know. I don't have the running stats. Our stat man, Andy Fitz, took the night off.
Airballed it out of bounds, Railer basketball.
I don't have it, but he's going to be upwards of 20, 22, 24, something like that. So it's been a nice game for Komnick, and the guys have done a good job of getting him the basketball. Nice big road win, or not road win, I guess, but what do you call it?
We call it a road win.
Road win.
We're not a Roy S.
We're not a Roy S, but it's a.
And if Coach Neil Alexander doesn't walk over here with a smile on his face, we might have to slap him upside the head.
Yeah, I'm not sure a lot of people thought the Railers would come in here and do this tonight.
Me for one. I thought we had struggled a little bit just trying to find that identity with Hayes off the court. And I tell you what, Josh, they responded, and our defense was phenomenal tonight.
35 points to a really good Sacred Heart-Griffin team, and the Railers just took it out of them in the first quarter. I thought, I don't like this part of the game where you just hold it for 45 seconds. If you're Cyclones, you think you'd want to play
if you like it when we're up.
I do, but
there's the buzzer. Your final score from the BOS Center. Lincoln 56, SHG 35. We're going to keep it right here, Josh, because they're going to name the player of the game, and I got a pretty good feeling who it's going to be.
Yeah, it's pretty easy
pretty
selection,
cut and dry
I think, tonight.
So we'll keep it right here and see if
let's try to get some stats here from our guys just down from the left of us that have the stats.
So the Railers are going to gather center court, and we're going to get them some shirts.
Yeah, I'll take a shirt.
Well, steal Carson's. So as we anxiously await to see the calling of the player of the game, then we'll go to commercial break and come back with our Ground Incorporated post-game show. And just as we thought, Mr. Komnick, Carson Komnick, with the player of the game for the Lincoln Railers. Had a heck of a game, stood up when we needed him, and the Railers with a big victory tonight, 56-35. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have the Ground Incorporated post-game show here on WLCN 96.3.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare open enrollment? Medicare open enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Darrett Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Darrett Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick and Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly, with less downtime, and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Four, three, two, and we're back.
Welcome back, Railer Nation, to a happy BOS Center as the Railers win it here 56-35 over the Cyclones from Sacred Heart-Griffin. The Railers improved their record to 4-1 on the season, 1-0 in Central State 8 play, while Sacred Heart-Griffin falls to 2-3 on the season. We'll run through the scoring here. First for the Cyclones, they were led tonight by Zion Lee, the junior, with 11 points. 7 points for Cam Brinkman, 5 points for Chuck Lanier, 4 apiece for Terrion Wallace and Jamarion Bardwell, 3 points for Miles Montgomery, and 1 free throw for Tariq Hurd. The Railers were led here tonight by Carson Comnick, the junior, with 23 points, 14 for Brody Tungate, his first start of the season, and the junior fills a big role in Drew Hayes' absence with 14 points. 9 points for Brady Miller, 5 for Blake Horn, 3 points for Bryce Volakovich off the bench, 2 points for Gabe Smith. Again, the Railers win at 56-35. We'll kick it back to the studios and have some more stats. And Coach Alexander, you're in the Grau Incorporated postgame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cook-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
And we're back.
Welcome back, Railer Nation, here from the BOS Center in Springfield, Illinois, as the Railers win it here 56-35 on the final game of the Saturday Showcase in Central State 8 basketball, joined now by head coach Neil Alexander.
Coach, can we get a smile? I mean, you come in tonight's game with a lot of doubts, a lot of concerns, and I tell you what, your Lincoln Railers put on a show tonight. Your defense was fantastic, and, you know, I think Josh said we were 8 for 12 in the first half from three-point line, and that helps.
Hey, we only took 2 in the second half. I mean, we were 9 and we made 1, so we got tired. Kids played hard, really, really hard, and that was our goal, was regardless of the score, let's come out and just play hard and play our type of game. And we hit shots, and when you hit shots, everything looks really, really easy.
Yeah, and I tell you, your defense, to hold in the 35 points with the type of offensive firepower they have. Bardwell, I think, had 4 points.
First three-pointer of the game, and I don't think he had much after that, really.
And you take the three-quarter court shot away. And
why didn't you block that?
If I could, I would have.
We didn't think there was any chance it was going in. I was already checked out at half.
When he left that, I go, shit. Excuse me.
I was just hoping we didn't foul. You know, that's a concern of mine. But yeah, Scott's right, Coach. Quarters of 7, 10, 10, and 8 you gave up in the game, and they possess a lot of weapons out there. But I thought after the first quarter, you just kind of punched them in the mouth, and they just didn't have a lot of life after them after that. And you guys were the most aggressive, active. Their offense was not a lot of movement, and they got some tip backs and some putbacks because of their size. Lanier came in and got a couple, but I thought Blake Horn was excellent tonight on the boards and on defense. He got several tip-aways. The guys that filled in, Brody Tungate with a big game, 14 on his first start, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. You talked about it on the cheap seats this morning. I was listening on my way to Williamsville. You said some guys had to step up, and they did, and you did.
He had a great game, and I thought he would get more hands on the ball because he's just got long arms and he does have quick hands, and he's if he keeps his hands active and going, he's going to get deflections. So he had a great game, and like I said, I think all the kids had they played hard. We rebounded. Bryce came in and hit a big shot, and he didn't hurt us.
Right.
Shorty came in and he had a lapse there on one and let them penetrate down. But he's a sophomore. Throw him out there in a big game like this,
first action
time
of the year,
yeah, and he'll be fine. But you learn from the mistakes and you move on. And our guys, we always talk that he made a mistake, but you all others should be listening so you don't make that mistake. It's a learning tool for everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Carson Komnick stepped up tonight, Coach. I think a guy that you probably needed to from the scoring column. 23 for Carson. Looked aggressive, got it going early with the three-point, and then I think once they got on him, he was able to get a few more opportunities going to the basket, to convert it on some layups, and it was a good night for him. 23 points, 5 rebounds for Horn, and also 5 rebounds from Tungate. Your big guys can box out and let the guards come in and do it, and I thought that Brody did a good job of coming in on the boards as well.
Brody did. We had lapses, but I mean, we're in the 5th game of the year, and if we just learn to play as hard as we did tonight, we're going to get a lot better. And I told them that down in the locker room that the reason you shot well is you were mentally ready to play. And when you're ready to play, you're quicker on defense, you're going to make things happen and everything. So, we're just really thrilled, but we get back to Lincoln and we'll get to work on Southeast.
Sometimes when an injury happens or a sickness happens, other guys kind of focus in a little bit more because they know they're needed a little bit more to perform on the court, and I think that's exactly what happened. Miller with some big threes tonight. He had 9 to finish up the game. So well-rounded scoring, well-rounded rebounding. 56-35. I don't know that I expected this. I thought we would be close and keep it close and it'd be a close game, but we were in control from basically after we took the lead there early in the first quarter.
Yeah, we hit some big shots. We jumped out, I think 13-3 or something, and we kept it there. And I don't know if they ever got it under 10, but we knew they would come out the second half and have a bite to them. So I think we handled it. I thought we handled the pressure late, but we still got to be able to make some better decisions down the stretch and things.
All right, Coach. Congratulations on a big win.
Tuesday,
Central
right?
State 8, 1-0, and we'll be back at Roy S. Tuesday night.
Good.
Yep, we got Southeast, and then we go to Jacksonville Friday, and I think we got East Peoria home Saturday, so we got a busy week.
All right, that's going to do it for us here in Springfield. Our next broadcast will be, that ain't right, Tuesday, December 10th at 7. We are at home to take on the Spartans of Springfield Southeast. Our broadcast will begin with the pregame show starting around 6:30. The Raiders now stand at 4-1. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. We'd like to thank our listeners for listening, our viewers for viewing, and our sponsors for sponsoring. This has been a production of WLCN Sports 96.3 FM. We ask you patronize our sponsors and say thank you for allowing us to bring you Lincoln Raider basketball. For station manager Jim Ash, studio producer Joel Lee, cameraman and social media coordinator Connor Shaw, and my counterpart Josh Komnick, this is Scott Kirby. Once again, the final score, Lincoln 56, Sacred Heart Griffin 35.
Wouldn't have any other.
Good evening, everyone. It's time to send you back to the studio for the Classic Rock Experience on the Nighttime Fix 96.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare open enrollment? Medicare open enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Darrett Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Darrett Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butter Burger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in Service, Parts, and Detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Railer basketball. WLCN's live stream coverage is sponsored by Me Realty, Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Call 888-924-3786. State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211. Dara Entwistle, Independent Health Insurance Agent, advocating for you, your family, and your company. Call 217-651-8046. Heartland Bank and Trust Company, with branches on North Sangamon Street and Woodlawn Road. Unlock the power of more with More For You checking from Heartland Bank and save money on the things you're already paying for. Open your account today in branch or online at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Emo's Cafe, your family restaurant serving home-cooked meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located at 616 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Phone 217-605-0171. Emo's Cafe, Lincoln's family restaurant. Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial, your Lincoln Edward Jones financial advisor. Located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Learn how. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.